What is up, everybody? Steve K, Christine V, and Carla S. here with you all with another video. And this is going to be Week 3 NFL picks here on my channel. So, there were some pretty good games there in week number 2. I mean, some games that I pretty much saw it were, as always, we're going to win by the other team or something like that. Or, how it goes in football, just how picks go and all that. Yeah. I mean, I don't really think there were that much like any upset picks or anything like that. Maybe some, to some people, but pretty much, some of the games are pretty good. But yeah, so let's move on to week number 3. Now, there are no teams on bye week still. I mean, they'll probably be like in the later weeks or so. Just the teams that like take a break and stuff and all that stuff. Take a week off. All right, so our first one is our Thursday night football matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Tennessee Titans, I'm pretty sure, are favored to win by by probably 5 or 6 points at least, as I don't have like a thing on here. It doesn't tell me like which team is favored to win. It just gives me like the standings or what their record is and all that. Now, of course, the Jaguars, as I said before, they have lost their quarterback, and I have no idea who their quarterback is like right now. I mean, if I can look it up real quick, like what his name is, because they come off their loss to the Texans 13-12. Yeah, something Minshew, whatever his name is. Never heard of the guy. He must be a rookie. He did pretty well though, but yeah, the Titans are 1-1. They come off a I think they lost, but I can't. Yeah, I can't really see it up here. It's where the heck is it at? Sorry, folks. I'm just like doing these score things. It's like who it tells me like which teams won and lost. There we go. They lost to the Colts by a score of 19-17, and I picked the Titans to win. But there you go. But I think the Titans are going to rebound in this one. I think they will win against the Jaguars, 23-16. Yeah. Then we got the 0-2 Cincinnati Bengals and the 2-0 Buffalo Bills. Now, the Cincinnati Bengals, I mean, yeah, they've been having a little bit of a rough season. They come off that loss against the 49ers, 41-17. The 49ers absolutely blew them out. Yeah. And the Buffalo Bills come off their win as well too against the Giants, 28-14. So, I mean, that seems like a score that could be like in this game as well too, but I think the Bengals are going to try it again. See, I get a little bit ahead of myself. Anyway, I think the Bills will get the win though. I say Bills over the Bengals, 28-18. And it's going to be about by 10 points. And I'm sure the Bills are favored, excuse me. Next one, we have the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. Yep, fly like an eagle. Well, the Lions don't really have a loss. I mean, they have a tie because they tied against the Cardinals in week 1. They have a win, but the Eagles, I believe, are coming off a loss to the Falcons on Sunday Night Football, 24-20. I picked the Eagles to win, but I think the Eagles are going to get this victory, though, in this one. I say 26-23. I think the Lions are going to make it pretty close. God, this game. Yep. This game is probably going to be a blowout, but you never know. I mean, because you never know what happens in football, but we'll see. This is the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. As much as I said before, I mean, I don't really do upset picks a lot of times, but I mean, you never know, like I said again, but I think this is going to go in favor to the Patriots, as always. Not always as always, but you know what I mean. But, I mean, Tom Brady is playing spectacular. He's playing like he's 30. He's playing like he's in his 30s. I mean, the guy is in his 40s now, I think. And the Jets come off their yeah, something. Yeah, thank you. And the Jets come off their Monday night football matchup against the Browns as they lost 23-3. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure the Jets are going to score more than that. And by the way, the Miami Dolphins got destroyed, actually shut out by the Patriots, 43-0. Nothing. Yeah, on Sunday. I mean, the Dolphins unfortunately have. Yay. Anyway, yeah, the Dolphins have only scored 10 points in the last two games. They scored 10 against the Ravens and Zippo against the Patriots. And so, in favor, once again, Patriots over the Jets, 28-13. And pretty sure the Jets are going to get more than just 3 points. I don't think they're going to get less than 3. I mean, I think they're going to get more than that. Next one, the Oakland Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. This is a matchup that could possibly be either team could possibly win this. I mean, the Raiders are coming off a loss against the Chiefs 28-10, and the Vikings are coming off a loss against the Green Bay Packers. So, this is a matchup, once again, it's kind of like a toss-up, but I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings, but I think it's going to be pretty close, though, because I think it's just going to be a close battle between these two. I'm going to say 23 for the Vikings and 18 for the Raiders. This thing, yeah, 18. God, Carla Von Count here. No, just good old Sesame Street. Anyway, next matchup is the Atlanta Falcons and the Indianapolis Colts in Indiana. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, the Falcons surprisingly coming off that victory against the Eagles, and the Colts coming off their win as well. So this is another matchup that could be a toss-up. Like, either two of these teams could wind up winning. I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, this is a tough one sometimes, but that's why it's called a prediction. But I'm just going to go with the home team in favor. I'm just going to go with the Colts. I mean, just kind of tough to decide against these two. So, Colts 23 and Falcons 17. Next one is the Denver Broncos and the Green Bay Packers. The Denver Broncos, with their new quarterback Joe Flacco, are 0-2, and the Green Bay Packers, with the veteran, well, both of these quarterbacks actually are veterans, Aaron Rodgers, who is still with them. I mean, this is kind of surprising about the Broncos being 0-2. I thought they would be at least maybe 2-0 at this point. But Joe Flacco is trying to get used to his new team. He's playing on a new team in Denver, Colorado, and yeah, it's going to take some time. I mean, but he's doing pretty well for the team, but he's just trying to do the best he can, to try and get their team to victory. But unfortunately, this is in Green Bay, and I think it's going to go in favor to the Packers. So, Packers over the Broncos, 26-23. Just think it's going to, just think it'd be something like that. Now we have the Miami Dolphins taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, unfortunately, because the Dolphins are 0-2 and the Cowboys are 2-0. I mean, like I mentioned about what happened with the Dolphins in them 2 games, but I'm pretty sure the Dolphins are going to put up a good amount of points, but I think the Cowboys are just going to put up more points than them. Cowboys over the Dolphins, 23-13. Yeah, it could possibly, but I just I'm just gonna go with that one. But we shall see. All right, and now we get into this matchup. I mean, I usually do this one because, well, you know what I mean. This is the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City. So the Ravens had a pretty good matchup with the Arizona Cardinals on Sunday. Veteran linebacker Terrell Suggs returned to the Ravens as a Cardinal, and he did pretty well in the game. He didn't really do a whole lot. I mean, he had some tackles, I'm sure, but no sacks, I think. I don't know about the other team. There may have been a few, but Lamar Jackson did really well, and Marquise Hollywood Brown did as well, too, and Mark Andrews, the tight end, was pretty good, too, and the defense is pretty good, too. And the Ravens did get the victory 23-17. I thought it was going to be a little bit more than that, but a win's a win. There you go. And now they face the Kansas City Chiefs, a team we faced last year in which it was a pretty good game. As a matter of fact, it went to overtime. There's a good yeah. There's a good possibility that this matchup could go to overtime too. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it did. But I have to go with the Ravens in this one. I mean, I know it's going to be a pretty good matchup, and this is a battle of two undefeated teams right now. And, I mean, that matchup last year, was pretty good too, and this one I'm pretty sure will be too. It's a matchup of Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes, two very young quarterbacks, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a really good matchup. Ravens 28, Chiefs 26. I think it's okay on. But yeah, that's why it's called a prediction. There you go. So now we're done with the 1 o'clock games. Now we'll move on to later games at 4 o'clock. Here we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home hosting the New York Giants. So now... right. So the New York Giants are benching their longtime quarterback, Eli Manning, the brother of Peyton Manning. So, yeah. So now Eli Manning will not be starting in this one. It's going to be their second string quarterback. I forgot his name, but forgive me for that. And I believe he's a rookie, so he's going to be starting. And the Buccaneers are 1-1. So, I mean, with the new quarterback starting for the Giants, it may be a good thing for them, but I don't know. I mean, it may go in favor to them, but actually I'm going with my first choice, and that is the Buccaneers. But I don't think it's going to be a whole lot, though. I'm going to say Buccaneers 17 and Giants 16. Don't think that it's going to be like a high-scoring game. Next one is the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. Both teams are looking for a victory. Which team will get it? Or, yeah, or will this game go into a tie? I don't think so, because I really don't think that it would do that. So, one team is going to win, and I am going to go with the Panthers. I mean, the Cardinals are pretty good, too. They put up a pretty good fight with the Ravens, like Kyler Murray, I think that's his name, the quarterback, and Larry Fitzgerald, who's been playing for over 10 seasons now and is still playing to this day. I mean, yeah, he's a great wide receiver in the Panthers with Cam Newton and a few others on the squad, too. But, yeah, I'm going to go with the Panthers. 24 to 17. 24-17. Next one, the 0-2 Pittsburgh Steelers and the 2-0 San Francisco 49ers. This is... yeah. So, the big news that everybody has pretty much heard, Ben Roethlisberger is out for the season for elbow surgery on his right elbow, which is his throwing elbow. So that is a huge loss for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And now everybody's saying, well, there goes their season. Well, maybe, but The backup quarterback, I can't remember his name. It's okay, but you never know. I mean, he might do something to lead his team to victory, but they're playing the 2-0 49ers, as I mentioned, who absolutely destroyed the team that they were playing. I knew I was going to forget their name, but it's okay. It was the Bengals. So, yeah, they're playing pretty well, and I am actually going with the 49ers. I think that they will beat the Steelers in this one. I mean, it's kind of surprising, but the Steelers being 0-2, and yeah, it's very surprising. So 49ers over the Steelers, 28-16. Okay, next one, and this is another one. The New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. And here's another one in case anybody doesn't know, but I'm sure everybody does know. Drew Brees is out for 6 weeks for thumb surgery, which is on his throwing hand. So apparently he left the game that he was in, and against the Rams, I believe it was, and he has like a torn muscle or something in his thumb, so it requires surgery. So he's going to miss some action. So now they go to their second string quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater, who I believe used to play for the Vikings. But the Seahawks right now are undefeated at 2-0. So will the Saints rebound without Drew Brees in the lineup or whatever, or on the roster? Or will the Seahawks continue to win and go 3-0? Or will both of them finish in a tie? But no, I don't think it's going to be no tie. I think it's going to go the Seahawks, even though Teddy Bridgewater is not bad of a quarterback, but I just think the Seahawks are just going to get the victory. I'll say 26-17. 26-17. Next one, the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers in Los Angeles. Two teams that are 1-1, and I know I'm not really doing the thing like for what teams, are like the favorite to win and all that stuff. I mean, I'm pretty sure in this one it is the Chargers, probably by 5 points or so. I don't really know, but not really a whole lot to say. I'm just going to get out of the way real quick and just go with the Chargers. 26-23. I think it might be that close. Then we get into our Sunday night football matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Cleveland Browns. This should be a pretty good matchup, but as I mentioned about the teams that, already won against whoever they played and stuff, I mean, I already mentioned that, but I think it's going to be the Rams over the Browns. I'm going to say 30-16. 30-16. And that brings us to Yep, Carlos said it. Monday Night Football between yeah, you're getting a kick out of that. Between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Redskins. Yeah. Ah, man. Now, I'm thinking in this one that the Redskins are favored, even though the Redskins are winless right now at 0-2, but the Bears are 1-1, and I'm pretty sure they won a victory to, prevent the Redskins from getting their first one. But we shall see in this one. I mean, it should be a pretty good matchup, but not really just a whole lot just to say about this. I am going to go with the Bears, actually. I think, yeah, give me the Bears. Let's 26-16, 10 points. And that's it. That's all the games. All right, so hope everybody enjoyed that. Hope everybody enjoyed the Week 3 NFL picks. All right, so as always, I'd like to thank these ladies for joining me, Christine and Carla. And, yep. Alright, so as always, if you do like this, please hit the like button, comment, no negative subs, subscribe. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, and you all take care, and thanks again for watching this video.